Shawnee, welcome back. So I promised that I would let you know some of the things I took with me on my cruise with my brother. So here are a couple of things. I'm not going to show you everything that I took just because I'm just going to show you the stuff that I have not put away yet. So one of the main things that I carried a ton of stuff with me on when we went to like a beach or like a pool is this huge tote bag. This is made, there's like mesh. It's very like just sturdy. So you've got the handles here. You can wear it over your shoulder. You can wear it, you know, in the crook of your arm. What I like about it also is that it has a ton of pockets, so you can throw lots of stuff in here. If you got a pen, you can put it in these loops, and then inside you have this like waterproof pouch. So if you want to put like your phone in there, that's great. Whatever else you have can go in there and you're good to go. Now, another thing similarly that I took with me for any kind of water stuff is this phone, waterproof phone thingamajiggy. Now, this is from the same place I tend to get my phone cases, so I think I could like throw it in for an extra $5 or something. I could be lying, I don't know. But I really like this because, first of all, it's just huge. Like, I'm not gonna lose it, right? Some people might not like that, but you're not me, and I'm not you. So you can throw your phone in here. This is an iPhone somebody or another, 14, 15. So you can put that in there. You can still use Face ID and your code or whatever, and then you can use the camera on the back, which is really cool. And then inside here there is this little pouch. You might not be able to see it, but that's where you can put your cards or cash or whatever. This was great for the swim up bar because you can just throw this around your neck, or you can use it as a wristlet, and I could put my cash in here or card or whatever and go about my business, and I knew that my phone was going to stay safe and dry. I like the way this one clips together, so it like snaps so that I know it is secure. And yeah, this was super duper helpful. I'm pretty sure you could fit a couple of things in here because the phone is good to go, but you can throw some stuff in there because it's there's room, right? So I like that. Another thing, of course, that is super important is a water bottle. Now I'm gonna show you the one that I have. Pour the water out. This is a collapsible water bottle. It's from Difold, D-I-F-O-L-D. Now, I like this one. I think I have another one that I believe I bought for like when I'm going on flights and stuff. I really wanted to make sure I had a water bottle because, you know, I gotta stay hydrated and I get thirsty and I love a water fountain. And I didn't want something like huge. I know a lot of people like the sort of like canteens or whatever. You can put ice, keep everything cold. This, of course, does not do that, but I didn't really feel like I really needed it. I just always like to make sure I have water. What I like about this, since it's collapsible, is that it fits into my purse. So what you can do is take the top off, and then you basically just collapse it, right? And there it is. Then you can put the top back on and you can throw it in your bag. They have a couple different colors. This is light blue. I think I have a dark blue. I wonder if there was a pink. As if there was a pink, I probably would have gotten it. I don't know. But really like this. You don't have to get this one, obviously. There are tons of different collapsible water bottles, but because I already had one that I use, I take it to like when I'm going somewhere, or I take it to yoga and stuff. I knew that I would like this style, and I just like that it fits into a purse or something. Like, it's not huge. Like, no, you're not probably gonna get the coldest water, so if you really like that, then obviously get a different one. But if you just want to make sure you're hydrated, this is so perfect. So there is that. What else have we got? Of course, you want to make sure you have your meds nicely stowed, and of course take extra because you never know. But that's pretty like all kinds of travel that you do. Here is this microfiber like beach towel that I got. It's pretty thin, so I like that because, again, it'll fit in my bag. I got like 2 of these, one for me and one for my brother. And what I like about it, you know, you can take a towel from the what's it called, ship or whatever, but I really like this because I could spread it on the lounge chair thing. What are those? Beach chair, sun chair, the chairs that be by the beach and the pool, and it was able to like soak up the water on my skin, right? Rather than having a towel that sometimes just gets soppy and wet, I was able to use this, kind of throw it on the lounger thing, lay down, get some sun, and I just thought it was cuter than a regular towel. This one is double-sided, so on this side you've got something, and then on this side, you have something else. It did come in a little bag. Yeah, here it is. It did come in this little bag, which I liked because I could also put it in there when I was going back to the ship or whatever. And I just got different colors because I've got one for me and one for my brother. So there is that. So, Kleenex. I always want to have Kleenex. I found these little like pouches. This is incredibly unnecessary. But what I like is that it's a little pouch. You can unzip it and you've got your Kleenex right in here. It just feels a little bit, I don't know, chic to have this rather than, it's too much. You don't need this. But I just like this because also there were a couple of them. Also, I can throw this into my purse. I really like anything that's going to keep me like organized and keep things in their place and that I can just transfer from purse to purse. That just keeps things easier for me. I know where stuff is, so I really like it. I got a couple of them so I could always just make sure if I just throw it in a bag and I'm gonna have Kleenex, right? I'm gonna be ready for any sorts of Kleenex related issues. Now, what I also got that I actually didn't use, but I thought I would, are these water shoes. These are just super cute. These are going to be good for like if you're going to the pool also. It's just a shoe that's good for water, and it's got a pretty good sole. So if you're walking on the beach and stuff, you know, you're not going to be falling into the sand and all of that. But yeah, I didn't use them. Probably won't use them. Okay, here are some random things. I am always sweaty and gross. So I just got me some handkerchiefs because I want to be super like old school, you know, handkerchiefs just to like dab at my face, you know, and it's so easy to just throw in the wash. I also got these microfiber ones that I really like. I think I gave my brother one. I really like this because it holds a bit of water, like if you put some cool water or some ice or something in it, and you know, if you gotta go like this, which I did have to go like this, and it's just soft. I got a couple of these. Again, these are things that I can continue to use, not just on vacation. That's what I like about most of this stuff that I have here. So, microfiber handkerchiefs, boom. Oh, towel bands. This is a towel band. It's not like a slingshot. It's also not one of those things. I guess you could put it around your legs and do some like, you know, whatever those are. But if you're going to the pool or something, or even the beach, and you want to make sure that your towel doesn't get blown away or something, you can just put the towel over the thing and then put this over the thing and it just holds your towel down. So not a necessity, but you know, why not? You know, especially if you're a beach or pool person, this could be good to have. Now, as we know, not everyone washes their hands. There's not always soap available. So I like to take little like paper soap. So you just take one of these, you put it under some water, and you can wash your hands. And so you know that your hands are getting clean. Again, this is something I can just throw in my bag. I have quite a few of these, and they go in my purse, kind of go everywhere with me. So this was something that, you know, just good to have in case I found myself with no soap or something in la toilette. This is a mini sound machine. Okay, so when I'm at home, I like to have like a sound bath or something on as I'm preparing to go to sleep. So I was worried that the ocean wouldn't be enough. So I wanted to make sure to have something in my room to kind of ease my spirit. And this is perfect. It's a mini sound machine, and here it is. And you just push this. I don't know if you can hear it. You can turn up the volume. It's just really perfect. And you can put a timer on it with this button here. You can change what sounds come out. Love. Okay, I basically, and I charged it. I didn't need to charge. I charged it before I left. Didn't need to charge it again. I pretty much used it every night just to have a little bit of something going on. So I really like this, and this will be going with me everywhere that I travel. Everywhere. Now, when you go on a cruise, there's usually like 2 outlets, and they're not in places that you would like them to be. So everyone pretty much takes an extension cord. The thing is, you have to have one that is approved by the cruise ship. Like, you can't have one with the power surge. So this is one that I got. It's a good sized plug length. You can get longer. I could have used a longer one. What I like about this one is that you've got the outlets, but you've also got the USB thingamajiggies and then the other ones. And so nowadays everything is just like a USB or a UBC, UB40 thing. So I was able to plug in a lot of stuff with this. And yeah, it was pretty convenient. I could also just take it out of the outlet if I needed to, and it charged things relatively quickly. Now, speaking of this, I wanted something to put all of my chargers and stuff. We all have like a bunch of chargers. The nice thing is that a lot of stuff they use the same kind of charger, but I got this Bag Smart thing. It's like a portfolio where you can put all of your plugs and such. So I have a power bank in here. I also have one that I can put on the back of my phone. There are some power banks that have the plugs like kind of already in there, but I already had this, which is one that has a variety. So if you have a friend who has a different phone, you know, you've got the different charger things, and you also have an Apple Watch one. So this just simply goes into this. So either you can put it in there, or there's the other option and you can put it in there, and it's perfect for this because you can put it in there or you can put it in there. So lots of options. Also, this one has room for an SD card, a SIM card. I just really like it. I think they have ones that are smaller, but I found that this was like the perfect size. Also, FYI, if you do take any sort of power bank kind of things, you do have to keep that in your carry-on. You can't put that in your checked bag if you're on an airplane. Jan didn't know. I didn't either. Okay. Got my sunglasses. I like to sometimes call these like my Kris Jenner glasses. Like, who doesn't love an oversized pair of glasses? So I had that one, and then I had these. I'm sorry, but come on. Like, hello. You love it. Also, snacks. These are these little emerald, like, cashew and almonds, and these saved my life, like, late at night when I did not want to get out of my bed, but I wanted something to eat. Ma'am, perfect. Also, you never know when you're going to want to steal some things from the buffet line. So these, like, snack size Ziploc bags, perfect. Okay, so we all have our skincare kind of things, right? Now, typically I take like moisturizers and stuff like that, but I do have some like treatment pads that I like to keep with me. And so I found these little containers. I got 2 of them, or I think 2 came in the thing. I don't know. But this is White Clay Acne Treatment Pads. These are from First Aid Beauty. What I like is that you can put some in there. I put a lot. They stay moist. And also in the cap, you have this little tweezers thing. So if you need to pick the pads up, you can do that without struggling. So this really love, and this again is going to be something that I take with me whenever I travel, because sometimes I really want one of these things, whether it's this one or one that, like, I don't know, an astringent or something, and I often don't take them with me because I'm like, I don't want to take the whole jar, and I don't know how else to store them. I do think some people store them in like Ziploc bags, but I like being extra. So there's that. Now, you might think this is random, but in the little ship thing, especially if you're in like an interior room, it gets dark, okay? And I just want, like, sometimes I like low lighting, and sometimes when you turn on like the overhead lights, it's just like so bright. So I had a bunch of these. You can change the shade, whatever. You can go like that. You can step on them, whatever you need to do. And I have a little remote with them, so I can have them all over the room. Click, click, button, button, and just light the room up. And these are battery powered, so these were perfect. I was so grateful for these. Here's another one. There's another like magnetic light that I took. I'm not sure where it is at the moment, but it's somewhere in here, girl. The other thing is, if you need your coffee, you need your like caffeine fix, you want some hot chocolate, hot cocoa, whatever, or whatever, I also have a collapsible like thermos. I really like this one just because, just look, so you can take this part out. You can then pull that up. Then you've got the thingy to keep your hands from not burning. And then you've got the top, so you can drink out of the top. Also, it comes with a straw. I sometimes take this with me to yoga, like some of the chill classes, if I want like, you know, a little hot beverage, I want some tea or some, like a chai or whatever, especially as the weather changes, just to take with me. And if I don't want to take like a, what are those, paper cup or whatever, this is just really simple. I can just close it up and throw it again in my bag. Okay, so give me a second because I have to go to therapy and talk to my therapist about everything that's happening, and I'll be right back and show you the rest of the stuff because there's still more. Okay, a few more things, you know, like T.S. Madison would say, is it on? Is this thing on? Let me show you a couple more things that I took with me. Didn't mean to move that. Now, some things are just things that I kind of always have in my bag in general. Like I always love to make sure that I have floss and toothpicks You just never know, you know, if you're going out to dinner, whether that's with work or without work. Always good to have these on hand, I feel. Also a little bit of poo-pourri, just in case you want your poo to smell like citrus. Or you could just put a little bit of lavender oil and some water, shake it up, and there you got lavender smelling poo. Alright, so one of my favorite things that I took with me is a foldable hamper. A foldable clothes hamper. So, you know, when you go on vacation and you're trying to figure out where do you put your dirty clothing, right? Some people will put it in their, like a different part of the suitcase, or even like a little laundry kind of bag. I've done all of that. And I was like, you know what? I just don't want to do that. I want something separate. When I tell you, this is probably, this and the white noise machine, were those my favorites? I don't know. I'm gonna try to open this and not bite myself in the face. So basically you take it apart, and it just opens, oop, here it is, right up, and you have a little hamper, okay? Tell me this isn't amazing. Don't lie to yourself. Like, this is so cool. This is like this was such a good purchase. Like, I feel like a lot of stuff I'm like, I could have done without that. But this, listen, this is going to just stay in my luggage. It's just gonna stay there so that whenever I go somewhere, it would be good to know how to fold it back up. Whenever I go somewhere, I have to take this with me. This is amazing. This was like one of the best things that I took, okay? Along with the like packing cubes, ones that are compression. This really helped me, and it also helped me in terms of packing my outfits. Because, you know, sometimes I'll just throw things, or I'm like, okay, this is a pair of jeans. I just need a pair of jeans and throw, whatever. Like, it has different sizes. You can get these wherever. And I just like that you can put your stuff in, like, put in the bag, zip up the bag, and then there is this compression part, and you just zip that, and it just compresses things a little bit. Really enjoyed having these. And then there was another style that I had, and it's somewhere here, but things are getting crazy here. And there was like a mesh front, and I really like that in order to put some of my, like I put my bathing suit in one, put some undies and bras and stuff in another, so I could see these are these things and the rest are like my clothing sorts of things, right? So really like that. And I also have like regular packing cubes, but I really wanted the compression ones. Okay. Now, who's texting me? I showed you that, okay, I have returned. All right, so let me show you a couple of other things that I took with me. These things here, these are from MO4 Travel. They're just these silicone little bottles. So what I did is I put different things in here, and I just used a my label maker, and I think they had labels, but I just love playing with my label maker. So I had a body wash in here, one kind of body wash, and then I had another kind of body wash, and then my face wash and shaving oil, and then I had this, and it is filled with my hand soap. So I wanted to have I wanted to have things that I use at home with me. And for these little containers, they were fine, but I also put the like bottle tops on them or whatever, just to make sure they were spill proof. I'm just gonna show you. So you just put it on the top just to make sure stuff doesn't spill. I didn't really need to do that, but it just gave me that extra bit of comfort that I had, you know, everything was secure. Okay, showed you all of that. What else would be good for you to see? Oh, one random thing. Toothpick and floss. You just never know. You go out to eat, you don't know if you're gonna get something stuck in your teeth. You should just keep your teeth clean at all times. And so this came in handy. I just always have these in my bag anyway, purse, whatever. I might start throwing this in my bag. You know what? Because sometimes the bathroom at work, it's like you have to see if there's hand soap in this one, hand soap in this one, hand soap in this one. I might just start throwing something like this in my bag. Matter of fact, yes. I'm gonna put the little silicone thingy on here. I'm gonna put this in my bag. That's what I'm gonna do. Thank you, y'all. Okay, that's primarily it. Other things are like, you know, not important. Oh, this is one thing I did want to show you. So this is the first time I took these like silicone pots. I got these from Walgreens. I was going to get like a toothbrush for traveling or whatever. And they come in like different sizes. I only took, I think, the 2 smallest. But if I had some sort of pomade for my hair and like things like that. And I was like, this is so cool. It fits a lot and it's super easy to open. You just pop it right off. And like new fave, okay? I really like these. I just happened upon them and I picked them up. I think it was like $6. I was like, I can find a reason for these. All right, okay, so I think that's it. So let me, wait. Okay, hopefully I showed you what I plan to show you. Okay, let me show you some other things. A couple more before I go into my more affordable version of the more expensive things that I have. It'll make sense later. Now, this little hanging, what is this called? Hanging organizer thing. I had 2 of them. The other one I didn't like. It was kind of heavy. This one is very lightweight. I put this with some hooks on the back of the bathroom door and I was able to put everything in here, like my toothbrush and toothpaste, my those little small bottles, like my what are they called? What are those things called? Like my contact solution, just all the stuff I could keep rather than throwing them on the counter. So there's not a ton of, well, there's a good amount of counter space, but I just like having everything in a place. So I had this hanging, especially if people are coming in to like clean. I don't want to like, don't move all my stuff around. So this was one of my favorite things, like this as well as the foldable hamper. I mean, always going with me. And then I had little magnets that are somewhere in here that I could just pop on the door. But it also comes with like the shower curtain kind of hanging things. You know what I mean. Don't pretend you don't. Okay, so let me tell you about the things that I knew I needed or wanted, but I didn't want to take the expensive thing that I had. Hopefully that makes sense. Like, maybe it'll make sense as I continue talking. No guarantees. No guarantees. So obviously I did not want to take a huge like purse or anything. So I was like, I have several crossbodies and things like that, and I thought those would be the easiest. So this one is one that I bought to take to my Kelly Clarkson concert 10 years ago or whatever it was. This is actually a Coach bag. I'm being just real like uppity. And also there was a like little pouch that I hooked onto this for some lip balm. I don't know where that pouch is, girl. Because I bought it separately, because like I just needed something to put my lip gloss in or lipstick or whatever, because this is just really tiny. So this was cool because my phone fits in here or in the back. There is a little wallet part, and that's it. And it's a crossbody. This is not gonna fit much in here besides like your phone, a couple of cards, and that's it, the good Lord. It's not gonna fit much, but I took this one with me like for a dressier option, and I didn't use it. as I hit myself in the face. This is another one that I feel like is more sporty. This is from Base, and pretty much all of my luggage is from Base. If you want, I can show you, but whatevs. I feel like this is just kind of a sporty version, especially with the what is this called? Fabric. This isn't fabric, you know what I mean. So you can pop this open, your phone can go in there, or your phone can go in here, and you've got this little compartment for whatever. You can put your ID here if you want to. I tend to just keep my ID somewhere that's zipped. And you've got this other zipper part, and again, this is a crossbody and really helpful. Again, if you're not taking much, this is a really good thing to do. I also have like a, is that it over there? So this is another, like, this is, what are these called? Like a fanny pack sort of thing, but also you can wear it on your shoulder. And this is something I use a lot when I'm traveling. I'll put it in like my personal item or whatever. And I'll, you know, because then I have like two. But this is also something you could think of taking, like a cute fanny pack, because they're like back in style. This is a bag that I'll just grab and go in terms of even when I'm at home. What I do have is this little luggage tag on here. It says running to the gate is my only cardio, and if it's a good amount of stuff, like if I'm going to the doctor or something, I'll just use this. There is a zipper pouch, but also you can put your cards in here, and then there's a zip on the back, which I really like because that can sit flush to your skin. Did I take this? If I took it, I didn't use it. But this is something I use regularly. Again, this is from Base. Who's there? There's a chapstick in here. Yes. Put a chapstick everywhere, girl. I have like my different bag chapsticks, my card chapstick. Okay, and then the other one, another Base bag. I just love the brand. And mainly because it's from Shay Mitchell, and she was on Pretty Little Liars, and I turned Tracy on to Base, and I'm gonna just say Tracy and I were using Base before everybody jumped on the bandwagon, okay? But here is a little backpack that was ridiculous in terms of price. I wore this a lot. I like it because it's tiny. It's a tiny backpack, okay? But the things I put in here, I put like my Kindle in here, I put my like collapsible water bottle in there. I put like my sunglasses. Like it was just my phone, a charger, perfect for just like your everyday little things if you're just walking about. And it was so comfortable. Yeah, I think I got like sunscreen on it. I should probably wash that, huh? It does not fit much. Like there's this little side thing. What are you gonna put in there? Not a thing, but your hopes and dreams. And inside there's like a zipper part, and then there's this other like compartment. And what I like about her bags is that they all come with a key chain lanyard thing, so you can always just hook your keys on here, which is really helpful for me because, you know, sometimes things just go missing, meaning I put them down somewhere and don't know where that is. But I love this little bag. I think this is gonna be like a summer bag for me. I think the pattern, you know, they had like a solid color, I believe. I was like, this is very like almost like ugly cute. Love it. Alright, so there were some things where I felt like I needed them, but I had like larger, more expensive versions. So let me give you an example. I have an Apple Watch. I was like, I ain't wearing this on nobody's ship, okay? So, you know what I did? I got a regular watch, like, but less than $10 on Amazon. Regular old watch. This was super helpful also because sometimes when you get off the ship, it's a different time zone. I'm saying that like you don't know. But they will want you to make sure that you're on like the ship's time. This was so much easier because I knew we were on the time, right? If you're a younger generation, you might want a digital one. But I like the old school analog or whatever this called. This was so easy. It has a big face to it. Now, my brother is really into watches. I mean, like hundreds of dollar watches is hundreds of dollars watches. So here I came into the watch store with my little piddly $10 watch, and I was fine with it, okay? Because if this gets lost, all right. I mean, I don't want anything to get lost, but I'd rather lose this than lose this, okay? I'ma just have a straight up conniption if I lose this one. This one, I'm like, that's cool, you know, it's cool. I can afford to get another one of these. I can't afford to get another one of those. So consider getting a watch alternative. Also, what are these? Earbuds. So I have several of these. I have like 1 or 2 for business, like work, when it's like loud and I can't hear, and like if it's loud outside, I put my earbuds in. I didn't want to lose these. These bad boys are not cheap. I do love the cover though. It says "Don't effing touch me." So what I did was I got some regular ones from Amazon, I believe. These, I like these because they have the little hook or whatever, so they were easier on my ears. And I was thinking, like, if I'm at a pool or something, I just want to relax, you know what I mean? Like, this was cool. And I would much rather, again, I would much rather lose these than to lose these. And these are actually pretty great. I just use them. Yeah, these are pretty great. The other thing is I put them in here with my chargers and stuff. And so I knew where they were, and I went for a walk the other day and I used these because these, ain't nobody trying to buy another one of these. Ain't nobody got money like that. That was that. The other thing, okay, so I was being lectured by several people, you know, about my health in general. And one of the things I was like threatened for, like if I didn't take it, I was threatened, is my CPAP machine. Now, the CPAP, can I bring it over here? Oh, I mean, it's real cute or whatever. And if you put this in a bag, this is considered a medical device, so it's free. It doesn't count as part of your like carry-ons, but it is so large, and I did not want to be carrying something extra. So I've been thinking about this purchase for a long time, especially because that's covered by insurance. The one I'm about to show you is not, but it is the mini CPAP. It's called the Air Mini. Let me show you this. Comes, you can get this little bag. Some people have like cute little totes or whatever. This, in comparison to that, like this is the size of my hand. Like, let me compare. This is my cell phone, all right? What's on here? Just making sure y'all ain't looking at my business. This is my cell phone. Look at that. This was so helpful. To me, it's different from my bigger one. I had to like it comes with a certain hose and mask or whatever, but you can kind of get something. I did a whole thing to make it more like my one at home, but this was so helpful. And then even with the plug, I was able to plug it into the larger thing so that I had more like length or whatever. Let me tell you something. Anywhere I go, don't fool with me. I'm gonna have this because a couple people threatened my life if I didn't take my CPAP machine, and I'm so glad I took it because I used it. I mean, I didn't use it every night or whatever. I used it most nights, okay? And the nice thing about that was I was just able to put it into my carry-on and not have to have an extra carry-on. You know what I mean? It's like when you're traveling, you already have enough stuff. The thing with this, though, is, honey child, it is not covered by insurance. You've got to shell out your own money for it. I do feel like it's like well worth it, girl, but it's expensive. I think regular is like $900. So wait for a sale when it's like $600, which is still a lot. But I was like, you know, like apparently sleep apnea is just like not good for your health. So I was just like, this is going to be an investment. This is going to be important. If I go anywhere, I already know I have no excuses. I have no excuses because I can take this rather than being like, oh, I don't want to take the big one. I don't want to look it around. I have no reason not to be able. I love a good throw in your bag, right? And I can throw this in my bag. So that one might be more expensive, the bigger one, but like insurance will pay for it. They don't consider the mini one a necessity. They consider it like an extra CPAP. You know how I feel about insurance. That was that. I think those are the things. And then the last couple of things, of course, I had to take an eye mask. Oh, you know what I also do? I take a pillowcase. This isn't the one. I take a pillowcase because I want to sleep on my own pillowcase. So I take my own pillowcases and just put them on top of the ones that they have in the place. Now, I'd say the last thing for last. This is a fan. Now, I'm just always hot, and what I like about this one is, like, it's portable, it's small, it has this thing, you can go like this. I would just prop it up on the bed. I would just prop it up on the bed for when I was coming out the shower. This was so perfect. And I think I did take it once to like the pool or something. Again, just put it in my tote bag. But I love this. And again, a lot of these things I use outside of traveling. But yes, I really like this. I really like that it has the little handled thing so you can hang it somewhere, or you can just like prop it up. And it is, you can charge it or whatever, and it's like your regular charger that now the iPhones have or whatever. So again, that cuts down on what you have to take with you. And you can, it has like 4 settings. So it's not gonna like blow you away, but it is really, really nice. And the last thing I think that I'll show you, I just want to make sure, that made me like the talk of the town, super popular, was my fan. Now, I have 1,000,000,004 fans. I have fans like this, the handheld ones. I have the other handheld ones, but this one was the best one on the ship, okay? And I see that they have an upgraded one that I might have to get because I always have to have the newest thing. This fan is amazing. So first of all, again, same kind of charger. You can turn it on, and then look at this. I'm blowing you away right now. I'm blowing you away. My hair doesn't really move, but if it did. And it's cool air. It sounds like a jet airplane. But when I tell you, when we were in the club and people were getting hot, like I'd be like this, and people were like, "You're an angel. I love you so much." And I was like, yes, yes, okay, yes. My brother, I was getting him some air, then I would get me some air, then him some air, then me. You know what I mean? Girl, when I tell you, this was the best thing. I had it with me everywhere. It has a little strap. Yeah, I really like it. And I just think that's so cool. And yeah. Oh, actually, there's one other thing. I feel like I wanted to end with the fan as like, oh my God, best thing ever. But I forgot one thing. I actually took a camera, a little cheapo, little digital camera. And you know what? I wanted to take this because I've just been missing photos. Everything is on the phone, right? Now, this was so cute, and I didn't want to always be taking my phone out for pictures, you know what I mean? So I got a little digital camera, okay? And this was so nice to use. And like, it's a pretty clear, it's not something real expensive or anything. I think it was like $20. But I just miss using a camera. Like, I had a really cute camera. I feel like I'm going to try to bring it back into my life and just have this camera. Again, I really like it because it's like small, throw in your bag. And I just didn't want to always be pulling my phone out to take a picture. I wanted to put my phone down a couple of times. So it was nice to keep my phone where it was in the little like waterproof thing and have my camera. Again, this is less expensive than other things that I have. And so if I lost it or anything, I wouldn't be too broken up. This does have a little charger thing, but it does have like a backup battery. Girl, how you open this? And it comes with a little like SIM or maybe SD card, I don't know. And yeah. Whew. So that is what I took on my trip, along with the clothes and all of that. And I could go over that if you want me to, because I looked cute every day. I basically took rompers, like shorts, rompers, and dresses. And I took sandals that I knew would go with everything. And then I did have an outfit for 80s night, and I had an outfit for the white party. And I would totally encourage you to engage in those things if you were to go on a cruise. So that is it. Let me know if, I don't know, let me know something, girl. Give me some time. If somebody is interested in like what some of these things are specifically, like where I got them, give me some time so I can put the links in there. I probably just want to get the video out and then, you know, go in and edit and add the links to things. Hopefully I remember everything. But honestly, a lot of this stuff either I had already or I was perusing on Amazon. Like this was not from Amazon. This is from Diefold. And then the other like, what are those things called? The little like bottles, that's from another brand. Other than that, a lot of this stuff is from Vazon. Even though, you know, we're just putting more money in their pockets. But capitalism. Anyways, I hope that some of this was helpful. I also hope that you are continuing to take care of yourself. I would love it if you liked the video, and I would love it even more if you subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.